Okay, we are back going into our next hour, and I didn't use any of that time to pick out a game, like I
All right,
said I was going
Asani,
to.
whose butt do you want to touch and how?
Everybody's and sexily.
Okay. I
Yes.
like that. I like that adjective, sexily.
Oh gosh.
Not sexily, sexily.
The thing is, it's hard because, like, it would be really interesting to steal time with Kim again and see where that leads. But there's also so many other threads to pull on. Like, I just had that scene with Petra. I haven't had anything with Doc again lately, so. But would Doc steal time together with me?
Uh, oh yeah, totally.
I'm gonna be real though. I think the Doc Kim ship is more interesting. No offense.
No, that's fair. I think
That's the one
fine.
that's the one I'm angling for right now.
Are we good? I think my internet connection did a thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're good.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
good.
You're good.
Hmm.
Good, good. Yeah, I would totally be down for stealing time.
Let's see. I want to steal time
Steal
with
some
somebody.
time.
I'm gonna flip a coin. If it is heads, I'm gonna steal time with Petra. If it's tails, I'm gonna steal time with Doc. How about that?
All right.
Cool.
Tails.
Doc.
All right.
All right. I just want you to know I might be the one that interrupts this scene.
Oh, that's okay. You can join
That's
in.
also okay.
So Doc, how did we come to be stealing time together?
Um, I think I actually texted you. I actually messaged you and be like, I need help. Do you have a moment?
So where are we meeting up?
Um, I think your house is safe. The warehouse is definitely not safe right now.
Or you could meet in the noodle bar because you know that no one's there right now.
Hmm.
You know that no one's there right now.
Yeah, but like I feel like it's being watched due to the stuff that I've been doing, my solitaire stuff.
It's yeah, and the fact that someone tried to yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that I already know that someone's watching you.
Yeah. There's there's a place on my estate. Maybe it's like
Do you meet him in the pool house?
I was just about to say it's the pool house.
I'm picturing the pool house from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's canon now. It's that pool house.
Sick.
Do you pull out your Dictionary and just start writing grades?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
So-
F's.
So,
maybe
what do
I'll
I
start-
what do I notice about you? What have I heard?
You've heard you're Bantresh, right?
Oh yeah.
So you've heard that my name came up in a counterintelligence document.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think I've had any solitaires because I've been in all the recent past scenes.
Mm.
So I don't think you know anything new except that
Maybe the husband thing?
yeah, you probably know I'm on the outs with my husband, and the fact that I have a man in my pool house in secret probably wouldn't go over well if I'm caught, even
Right.
if it's because you need help.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the text wasn't as urgent. I'm just like, oh hey baby, but when I show up, I'm like, okay, here's the deal.
Okay.
And like now that you know that like my name showed up on a counterintelligence document, and they raided my warehouse pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's not safe. It's not a good time down there.
I see. Okay. So you wanted to see me?
Yeah. Well, I thought you wanted to see me as well. So that's and nice pool house, by the way. Very stylish. What was the? Oh no, it was Kelsey's character that liked my style before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of ragged on your style a little bit for being a little bit overdressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit ragged. I'm a little haggard right now.
You do not look your normal self. Is there something wrong?
A little bit, yeah. Do you talk to the other band? I'm assuming you talk to the other band trust families a little bit. You know about a I don't know 6.5 dozen plasma canisters that went missing.
This oddly specific number of plasma canisters that no one should actually know besides the person who took them.
I think like I squint a little bit and I just kind of like yeah, I know. I've heard of that.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize that the band trust put tracking details on those, and well, I really need your help. In short. So I touch your hand, may I? Kind of like I like grab, I reach for it, I'm like, please help me. Help me.
You may, but for only a moment. And I draw my hand away and I say, what kind of help is it you need?
Okay, all right. I still have those canisters. They're pretty much all I have left, actually. I need my name stricken from some records, or I need your help. I heard you're on the outs with your husband.
It's a great lead into asking for a favor. I hear you're getting a divorce. Can you help me?
Yeah. Yeah. It's basically like you're the only person I know right now that can help me. And like I'm willing to pay. I've got tons of money, band trash money, mind you, but I just need help. I'm in big trouble. I think I even like turn around and like there's like maybe a mark or like a gash in my arm from when I barely escaped a thing.
Okay. I'm definitely listening to what you're saying, but obviously the money angle is not super interesting to me because
Right.
I'm rich nobility. I don't need your money.
Yeah.
And
Well, I guess I'm kind of angling for you to like abandon the band trash, join me kind of thing.
because you have not made that clear yet.
Yeah. Well, like
that's
he's
the.
kind of rambling. He's like, I
It
just
feels
got
like the
packed.
slippery
What's happening
slope
right
to
now?
that, right? Like
Yeah,
the
definitely.
implications of you helping him is you are going against the band trash.
I see.
And I think you would realize that even if he's not outright saying, hey, screw your people.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
That's interesting because, like, for me, the way I was interpreting that was like, take the stuff back, just get me off of this radar. And so I think it could go either way. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the implications are if you help, you're betraying people. But you can choose how you interpret that as, I'm not really betraying anyone, I'm just helping a friend. Or, oh shit, I'm actually betraying my cause. I think it's your call to decide what it means to her.
Sure.
But I feel like what it means to the world is what it means to the world.
I think I kind of put my hands up and I say, I'm confused. I thought this was social call, and now you are talking about canisters and.
I'm not gonna lie, it crossed my mind, but then a blade crossed my arm. I mean, I'm still down, but
Yeah, we can still make this more than a business call, but it's also business.
yeah, I mean, if you like, deeds in danger, this is it. Because I don't know if they know where I am. I know they know who I am, what I did, what I have, and that's about all I know, and that's scary as fuck. They know so much about me. I know nothing about. I just know what they know. I don't know how much of what they know they actually know, So like
Hmm.
What is it?
Can I ask a question here?
Sure.
Yes.
Did you? I want to have like. Part of me wants to have a reason for Petra to enter the scene because I think it would be interesting to reveal that I'm a rebel too.
Mm.
Would it be fair that you like asked your friend to come with you and make sure you didn't get jumped? Or is that
Maybe
not something you would have asked her?
maybe after like I texted whoever I could because like just basically shotgunning. I need help.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you were just like, I need help, come to this location, that's going to be very different than hey, I need you to watch me, make sure nothing goes wrong. I'm just going to warn you that now.
Yeah, I think I got the message from Mishka before I got anything back from you, so I'm currently at the Mishka thing. But like, I'm pretty sure you could be able to find me, or like
Okay.
people.
I'm just wondering if I'm kicking down the door or like knocking on the window to just be like, hey, I'm here, what's going on?
That's up
Am
to
I kicking down the door because I think you're in danger?
I think that's up to you. Like the information I gave was just like I need help, and now I'm at a Bantrash pool house.
Okay, I'm kicking down the door.
Yes.
So I don't know, whatever was just whatever you were about to say, you get cut off as like a booted foot kicks the door in, and there's that same rebel pilot's face mask with like a smart pistol in her hand.
I think as soon as the door gets kicked, I go from like going to touch Mishka's cheek and just be like, please help, to like already pistol drawn and
Same.
like at
I
you.
think instead my pistol is pointed at Doc.
I gotta do the thing. I'm like, I kind of look at you. I'm like, oh wait, what?
So like the gun, we have like, and then I'm sure you recognize Petra's flight suit.
Yeah, and the mask and
I'm
all
sure
that.
both of you do.
I recognize.
I don't know if I've seen your new one. Like, do you have a significant mark that I've seen your jacket kind of thing.
I think it's my helmet. My helmet has like a weird like visor thing going on.
I recognize it as the flight suit of the person I chased. I don't know that it belongs to Petra yet, but but I know that this flight suit belongs to a revolutionary, and that is why my gun is going towards Doc.
Yeah. So maybe like as soon as I see that, I like do the whole like drop the trigger and it like comes down. I'm like, oh thank God, Petra. And then I turn around and she missed. I'm like, oh okay.
What the gun done?
You put the gun first, or I shoot your friend.
Put the gun down, Petra.
I'm sorry, miss. I saved your sorry ass. So you're going to put gun down now.
I think I pull back like the safety on it as a warning.
Yeah, she like on 3. 1, 2,
I pull the trigger.
3. And as she was about to like set her gun down, the gun goes off.
Yeah, you hear a pew! But whether or not it where it strikes Doc, I'm gonna leave up to Doc. If it strikes you at all, what that means. And I think actually that is an interesting place to close that scene.
Yeah, turn it into an actual fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that sounds like a
Skirmish.
Sounds like a skirmish, like a 2v1, unless you want to call in.
Back up. Does your girlfriend show up for a rendezvous immediately after?
I mean, skirmish is weird because
I feel like it's
I'm
more
alone.
like a free for all.
That's what it feels
Just
like.
because it doesn't feel like it's just us, and a skirmish is like where we're exhausting our troops, but it's just us.
Are the stakes here death? Because I don't think Petra was intent on killing you unless you severely injured Doc. Petra was actually about to put her gun down. She just wanted you to do it at the same time.
But you didn't convey that. You're like, I'm going to shoot you on the count of 3 if you don't put your gun down. And Mishka's like, I act first, bitch.
All right.
My intent was not to kill Doc
Okay.
either. So
So this is just going to be a bunch of idiots kind of like brawling for a few minutes and then realizing that we don't actually want to hurt each other?
probably.
Okay. I'm down with that.
It's either that or like after, I think you shoot me in one of like, because I'm turned around, you shoot me off the metal clavicle.
Yeah.
Oh, technically this is supposed to be in your mobile frames, though.
We can do it outside of our mobile frames, I think.
Okay.
But like after that happens, I'm like, oh shit. And then I just like start running towards my mobile frame, and then we just like all, and then maybe Kelsey's character
notices
sees
the
that.
scuffle, and she's like, this is not a permitted use of mobile frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I'm getting ready to lower my gun, and then you shoot, and then I'm like stunned for a second because I was like, "You're way harder than I thought you were."
I'm severe and fiery. Come on.
And then Doc like dives out the window or whatever, and I just like lay down suppressive fire as we get to our mobile frames.
Yes. Oh, this is good. Okay. So set up for a free-for-all. Everyone plays your characters meet in your mobile frames to do battle. The free-for-all takes place in Banchville airspace, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So that means you act first, or
well, technically it's not my game. Technically it is Andrew's game.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew will get to go first. We will each get 2 turns, and then I believe Andrew gets to decide how it ends.
Yeah. Okay. When do we decide how Kelsey gets involved? Because if it's a free for all between,
I mean, does Kelsey get involved?
I think I am involved, and I agree that it's something like I'm gonna be like the last one to arrive.
Like you hear like, the you totally you hear the like
I've been patrolling, and I hear like a fight break out, and so I just show up, and I'm like, oh well, shit, I better get in on this.
Yeah, you hear the auto cannons on my mech start going off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do we notice about each other? What have we heard? Is there any solitaire stuff that's been happening in the background?
Yeah, I've got one. You know that Kimberly has taken a number of revolutionaries into custody, and she has seen that some of the people that she's captured, the supplies are obviously Bantresh in origin.
Mm.
Petra's mech is pretty fucked up right now. Looks like she went into hard combat and did not intend to.
Mm.
No new solitaires for me?
Cool.
I would. Okay.
So we go around the table. Each of you gets 2 turns.
You
I go first?
You go first.
Yeah.
All right. So, so I guess I keep to cover, circling, and tactical precision. So basically, I got out first.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I have first dibs on good cover locations, and since I'm a ace pilot, like ex Bantresh, I know what you'd be looking for as a Bantresh fighter. So like, I start doing tactical maneuvers around where I know you would be looking, basically, because like I feel like the Bantresh have like a set order. They do this first, and then they assess the situation and go from there. So I do that. Do you see me coming, and how? So I'd like, since I know that, I'd be like going around behind, and then I'd like zip by behind you, blast out the plasma torch and try to like score across
So
the back of
fire.
it.
You're gonna fire fist her.
Basically.
I think you catch me off guard. I don't see you coming because I'm not thinking logically right now. I'm pissed off. I feel like I've been betrayed. I feel like you set me up. You brought in your revolutionary friend to try to get something on me. And so I'm all instinct. I'm not planning things out. And so when you're instinct, you do what you're used to doing. And so you use those tactics that have been drilled into me against me.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well,
So
my turn.
yeah. So is it me or Stanley next?
Well, since I don't see
Does that make you out of the fight?
I don't see Doc coming, but I'm still in the fight. He just gets the drop on me. So he's he's impossible to spot. So I'm looking for a target, any target. And so I see Petra.
Yeah, and you recognize the mech from the races.
I'm not going to make that connection right now, but that's something I may make later.
Mm-hmm.
I rush you, and I'm faster than you'd believe. And that's surprising for you as an ace racer.
Uh-huh.
Can you react in time and get away? How?
I'm guessing you're rushing with some type of melee weapon or whatever.
Or
are you like rushing and firing the entire time?
I am rushing at you. You don't see a weapon. You just see this mech
like hulking towards you.
Yes, at a speed that you did not believe it could move at.
I think it's actually weirdly reminiscent of our chase earlier, where my mech like wheels around and starts to drive off in the opposite direction.
Yes, that's good. I like.
And then I see another like one of the lady killer maid bot whatever's coming in. Just see it.
Milkmaid Mark III.
Mark III. I see one of the Mark IIIs coming in, and then exactly the same, wheels around, slams past you, and like knocks you over out of the way as you're like rushing past me. I think Doc hears over comms, and it's just like, get away, I'll hold them back. Or get away, I hold them back.
Who is this?
And then, like, the mech is different than its racing loadout, where it actually has like range weapons now. And so it's got like a little like chain gun or whatever. I open fire on immediately. I open fire on Kate, pouring everything I've got. Can your friend take it, and how?
Who is Kate?
Who are you attacking?
Kim Burley.
Excuse me.
I just showed up at the scene and you're attacking me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like,
Gotcha.
and the real enemy showed up. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. So you were saying, give it to me again, because I did not think you were attacking me yet, because I wasn't sure that I'd actually arrived. So
I opened fire on you, pouring, pounding you with everything I've got. Can your frame take it? If so, how?
Yes. And what happens here is she, the mech, opens up the skirt, the metal
Battle
knife skirt, battle skirt. It flares up, and like all of the knives like together around her waist, and then she grabs it and then swings it open, and it flares out into a shield. And
so cool.
all of the bombardment hits this shield, and so her she no longer has the battle skirt on the mech, but she now has the shield instead.
Yeah, and my mech is like moving and shooting, so you're like moving constantly to keep blocking it.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine it ties you up, but it doesn't like affect you.
Yeah. And then I think that I'm coming in, getting closer to this whole like melee, and I think. Do I even see Doc's mech?
I was trying to give Doc time to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Was my play at least.
I don't know if I'm going to take that advice though.
I know. No.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I hold back. So you just like rain this barrage down on me. I have this badass shield that is made out of my battle skirt that's just holding it back. And I actually take a couple of steps backwards to stay out of your range.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, you can see mech just points, and a laser comes out of the tip of the finger of the mech, and I'm lighting you up with sensors and comms, zeroing you in for my allies. Are you able to evade? How? And this is directed right back at you, Petra.
I think, I just think the mech's too fast. Like, not holding back, your sensors cannot zero in on her effectively.
So like you get like the ground around your mech gets hit by a barrage.
Yeah.
From the rest of my crew that is like not on this battlefield. They're like a ways.
Yeah. The aerial bombardment doesn't hit.
Totally.
Yeah, she it's too fast. Like, the minute they get it dialed in, they're like, okay, fire. Fuck, she's moved.
There's this badass scene where like I just point at you, the laser comes out, you get like we can see on like all the HUDs that you're like just like lit up like fairy fire. And then like a bomber comes across and a bomb just drops down and there's this huge explosion. It looks like it landed right on top of you, but then as the smoke clears, it turns out you're like 3 feet to the left and totally fine.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm moving in like a straight line. It's like I'm moving completely erratically and bursting in all directions.
Yeah, I love it.
Kind of crazy. Okay, Andrew, you're up again.
So I think I'm after Mishka. I'm just trying to get her to stop. I'm trying to have a normal, rational conversation, and then it turned into a whole bunch of bullshit.
It was great.
So I'm on your back. I outmaneuver you at every turn because I know your tactics. I know everything about the Bantrash. The reason that fight that we lost is because they outnumbered us 10-1, and we still got them down to a bunch. Like, we got them down from like maybe
so it's obvious that you are a Bantrash pilot.
Yeah, it's obvious when I'm fighting that I was Bantrash. So I'm on your back and outmaneuver you. Actually, what was the other one? No, I heave you bodily off the ground.
Ooh.
Like, I guess I just grab you, and then like jet flames burst out of my back, and then we just like slam into the ground and just like kind of thing.
And your cockpits are like right next to each other.
Yeah, and I've got like my arms on your like on your your shoulders, right here on your mech.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, please just stop and listen. This doesn't have to be a big old bomby friggin' boom boom flight.
Look, that ship sailed as soon as the landowner showed up. Now turn and fight. Yeah. Or run, I don't care.
So are you able to get out of my grip, and if so, how?
I feel like I want to get out of your grip, so I do. I just have to think how that looks.
Chest laser.
I think our cockpits are like this. And so you can't look down, but you suddenly hear a
and I know the sound. I'm like, oh, damn it.
And however it damages your mech is up to you, if it does, or if you leap out of the way and release me to avoid the shot. But if you don't, I'm picturing, like, the force of it throws our mechs apart.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably does as much or similar damage to my own mech as it does to yours, because,
It's
again,
like 2 Kamehameha waves hit at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking rationally. I am just clawing to make people hurt.
Maybe that happens like as soon as we hit the ground. Like I'm yelling at you while we're falling, and then your thing powers up, and as soon as we hit the ground and slide a little bit, it's like,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
What when was
who's
that?
next? It's you. Now it's
Yeah.
I was next in the order.
Mishka. Do you keep going after Doc, or do you come after me and...
Nah, I gotta go after Doc. So I think you see my mech kind of like tumble across the ground, and like we're at a pretty recent distance, like decent distance now, and I end up getting up to my like standing, and then you see my mech crouch, and like light slices through the air as like this energy rifle comes out of my mech, and
Do we get the scope glint?
Yes.
Because for whatever reason, your energy rifle has a scope.
yes. Far across the landscape, I raise my rifle. I can put a shot in your reactor core, slice off your comms antenna, unhinge your knee, put out your eye. Do you avoid my shot? How?
May I make a proposition?
Sure. I think I have an idea, but go ahead.
You let Petra take the shot for you.
Maybe that'll happen by accident.
Petra is jiving in the way when she like sees this happening. She like breaks off her like chain gun firefight and is like shit, and like tries to like intercede somehow.
Maybe. Like when your laser went off, it cut a couple of the plasma canister hoses. So like there's this cloud of just like this incredibly flammable gas, like pressurized gas.
Firebat.
Well, kind of. But I let that stuff kind of hang in the air for a second. I'm like, oh shoot, and then so I grab inside and I have like valves to shut off certain canisters.
You gotta say it, man.
Shut off as many valves as I can. And it's like, it's getting too hot. And like put my flame into the plasma thing, and just like a huge gigantic fireball happens. And I think you lose your track. You lose your bead in the fire.
Okay.
On me anyway. You might.
Well, I mean, I think like if I don't see you, then that's it. Like,
yeah, you wouldn't fire.
Well, I mean, that's not what the move was.
Yeah, you don't
like
hit
maybe
anything.
I fire but I miss you because of the ball of fire makes it so I can't hit you.
Yeah. So it's basically a ball of fire, and I'm like ducking out of the way. Just like I'm on foot, so just like.
Okay, Michael, I think you're next.
Yeah, I think the I imagine the mech has like a sword, like a patwa, basically, like a sword that attaches to its wrist, kind of thing. And I think it just like points like this, and then the like front half of its forearm just like shoots off and embeds in the ground, near specifically Kim Burley. And then the EMP inside of the gauntlet goes off. Can you survive it, dodge it, or hold me, or avoid it?
Ooh.
And how? And this is the electronic pulse to cover my retreat.
I think the obvious thing is that she uses the shield to knock it aside just seconds before it explodes.
Oh, it's not like an explosion. It just like kills your electronics.
Well, I thought it like I thought you said like you shot the hand out.
Like the hand flies out, it misses you and like embeds in the ground.
Okay, so I was saying before it could embed in the ground and put out the EMP, like she knocks it aside, so it goes off course.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it bounces a few times and like EMPs, but nothing gets hit.
Exactly.
Right. Your turn.
All right. I think what happens next is that she circles around, keeping the cover with tactical precision, almost impossible to spot. So you were expecting this to this EMP blast to disable her mech, and she knocks the blast aside, and you weren't watching. Like, you just assumed it was going to work.
Yeah, I'm like making a run for it.
And so she there's like gentle hills, and she her mech just kind of rolls down the side of one in order to avoid the EMP blast, and then winds up like running through a creek between two little hills, and like you can see just like the water splashing up, and with this giant mech just through the water until she comes back around, and is right on you as you thought you were getting away. So do you see me coming, and how?
Let me think. I think I learned how you kind of fly when we raced against each other. And so I see you with seconds to react, but that's enough time because I know what you're about to do. And I just burst straight up, and you like whiz underneath me as you were like coming in for a strike or whatever.
All right, yeah, cool.
Okay, so that is the end of the free-for-all. Andrew, in both the setup and in the challenges / ends, you will find the 7 different ends that you can pick from.
Yeah, I think the first one is most appropriate. We fight briefly, but it's obvious that none of us will be able to seize the upper hand. We reach an unspoken agreement to meet again under less equal circumstances and go our separate ways. I think that makes the most sense.
I'd agree with that.
That makes sense to me.
Okay. So, that wraps up going around the table a second time. My question is, do we feel we're at a satisfactory conclusion, or is there more we want to explore?
There's always more I want to explore with this game. But I don't know if we have time is the issue.
That's true.
I don't know. I have time. I don't know how everyone else's schedule is, though.
I have time.
I have no more than 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we do one more game that'll take us to the hour, and then we can take a brief break, and we'll either come back and do outros, or we'll come back and play a little bit more and then do outros.
Sounds good to me. Do you have a game in mind?
I don't, but I'm always for stealing time together.
I was going to, I don't know if it's even possible now, but I was going to steal time with Mishka to try and resolve something.
No, I think it's possible. Go for it.
Okay.
Totally.
So, I think this is about maybe a week later, or like a couple days later. And like none of us have spoken to each other. Even like me and Petra haven't seen each other since. Because after that fireball, I just kind of ran because I needed to find somewhere to hide. And Mishka, you get a comms that just says pool house, dock.
Okay. So I think it's obvious how we came to be stealing time together. I entered the pool house with my gun drawn on you.
And I just like, I've got drinks ready and everything.
I should also point, I want to play up under another's nose. I told my guys if I'm not out in 10 minutes to come in and extract me.
Dang. Harsh tokes. Let's see what's set up.
Since there wasn't any time for solitaire or whatever, I don't think there's really any. What do you notice? What have you heard?
I mean,
Issues.
if it's been a few days, I guess we could do a quick solitaire. Like if it takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes. If that makes sense for everyone, that way we all have something to go on. Does that make sense for everyone?
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's
Let's
do it
do
real
a-
fast.
Yeah, we'll do a quick solitaire. That'll go
You
ahead
want
and
to
be
tell
my
everybody
game.
what it is?
Do we want to have the solitaire in the open? That might be cool,
I
actually.
think that could be interesting.
Okay, let's do an open solitaire like we did at the beginning. I'm down for that.
Okay. I'll start like we did at the beginning. I've been patrolling, maintaining an armed presence, especially after that last fight.
Oh yeah.
And when I got back, we were getting out of our mechs and like leaving the PTA warehouse. And a child ran up to me screaming to go home.
Aw.
And I think Kim was like, you see her like feeling like honestly hurt by this. Like the huge mech fights and everything, she's completely stoic, but like a little kid's tears
Oh
just
god.
breaks her heart. Just breaks her heart.
Mishka's been training with her soldiers because the revolutionaries are getting inside. And they show themselves to be quick, flexible, and well disciplined.
Petra was attempting to meet with several of our agents operating inside of Bantresh households, and it sounds like a lot of the Bantresh are starting to sell out to offloaders, and Petra is getting very disenfranchised. Where the Bantresh were never her favorite thing. They were more respectable than the offworlders. And this bothers her a lot. She's pissed.
So, I was seeking off-world help against the Bantresh, and I ended up coming away with a case full of hard cash, as usual.
You just always end up with money. That's really funny.
Always, but like, I can't do anything with it right now. Like,
You could give it to your friend Petra, who's still living in her mech suit that's been severely damaged.
that's true. Maybe Petra, you wake up to a wire of 25K space bucks, and just like compliments of Offworld is D, yeah, or just like DM.
Smiley face, winky, smiley winky emoji. Petra.
Nice.
All right, let's move into that stealing time together.
For sure.
So I enter the pool house with my gun trained on you.
Mm-hmm. I've set it up some like my gun and my stuff is like, I might even be like shirtless. So I have like most of my metal body is like you can finally see like the metal body and like maybe a dent where the bullet you shot at me pinged off. So like my jacket and my shirt and my gun, like everything, is on a chair across the room while I'm setting up drinks.
You are lucky I do not send guards in after you. What is this?
Well, sort of an apology. And I turn around with like my drinks in hand. Man, all these are like super touchy feely.
Yeah.
Like I just want to approach with the things and like.
I mean, you can do literally anything other than actually touching with, not worrying about it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can just say, I do this, may I?
Yeah, so like I walk over with drinks in hand, and you can see the metal, like the metal of my body, shimmering kind of thing. It's got like a hex pattern carbon fiber kind of thing happening. And it's actually like branded. It's got like the Bandresh. It's got a Bandresh manufacturer tag on it. And I like come over with the drinks. I'm like, you put the gun down. We can talk.
You may, but first, I need you to show that you're not armed.
I just like motion to the chair where like all my stuff is. Like, I could derobe further if you'd like.
So I think I flick the pistol up so it's like not trained on you, and then I store it in like my pants. Like in my waistband of my pants.
Sure.
I reach out and take one of the drinks from you, may I?
Yeah, you may.
I don't drink it, but I hold it.
So as you like take the drink, I want to like run my fingertips along the back of your hand, may I?
You may not.
Oh damn.
You like swat his hand away?
I think I just like you do that and like I jerk back like I'm taken off guard by that, and like I spill some of the drink because like it's just like a sudden pull away from you.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just very obvious that I don't feel comfortable in this situation and I don't trust you at this moment.
I think I just like lower my head and kind of nod. I'm like, okay, I get it. We have more drinks, by the way. Don't worry about that. And I just kind of like walk to them.
Is it my alcohol that I keep in my pool house, by the way?
No, I brought my own.
That would have been awkward.
I think I might have tried yours. It's kind of like,
not strong enough.
This is not apology quality.
I like the idea that you're like a Scotch snob.
Yeah.
But for like malt liquor, like not like quality liquor. Just I drink the toppest quality Natty Light.
Yeah,
only.
Yeah. Give me your best light beer?
Give me your finest quality filtered light beer.
So I think I walk over beside the pool, like hands in my pockets, and I guess I invite you over. Like, do you approach kind of thing?
I do. I think at first it seems like I'm kind of reluctant, like I'm sizing you up, but then I'm just like, whatever. So like, I approach and I say, you have some time, but not much. I told my men I am here in case you try something again.
Yeah. I guess I just want to apologize. Last time was a little bit hectic, I realized. And some very messy, you know.
There are potholes in my lawn now. It's good I have a good gardener.
That's very good. If you need any help paying for that, I do have a little bit of something. But I can't stay here. I need to get off world. I already have my ticket. I have my times. You know, I just thought I'd say goodbye and I'm sorry.
I touch your cheek, may I?
You may, but first I want you to remove the gun. Will you?
Will you let me? I mean, I will, but can I describe it? Because I have a little thing in mind.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I think, like, I approach, and you seem kind of like, are you going to shoot me again? Like...
Yeah, am I like...
I
Yeah,
pull,
don't make any sudden movements.
and
Okay.
I sorry, I just read chat. I pull the gun from my waistband and I toss it aside, and you kind of hear it skittering across the concrete. And then I kind of raise my eyebrows at you, like, is that good enough? And then I approach you, and I reach up and I just kind of like pat your cheek. And I say, I accept the apology. Use tumultuous time.
So I like reach up and grab her hand. May I?
Yes, you may.
I'm like, well, I'm glad something went right.
Something?
I think I like
I'm gonna
put.
make you throw at that. I have to for the sake of the cliffhanger. I'm gonna make you throw.
So I guess that's me throwing because I was the one who did the. Wait, no, you touched my hand. That's you, Andrew. Go
Yeah.
ahead and you're gonna right-click this coin here, and then you're gonna go multi-sided and click random side. Heads.
Head?
We're not yet discovered.
I think I put your hand on my arm, or like on my bare, like my flesh shoulder.
My flesh shoulder. I love that.
Yeah, because like the other one's metal.
Yeah.
And I touch your hair. May I?
You may.
So I kind of like, just kind of like run my fingers through it. I'm like, oh, you know, not many people like a metal body.
I touch part of your metal body. May I?
Sure. I don't even think I noticed because it's like, I don't
Well, I
have
guess
think
you don't really have
you-
nerves there.
You notice my hand drifting though from your
Yeah.
flesh to away from your flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I run my fingers across the metal part of your torso, and I say, we all have our battle scars.
I suppose that's true. Like the metal is cold, or like, yeah, a lot of it's pretty cold, except for like maybe like the very core metal. That's where like a lot of the pump, like the mechanical stuff happens. So that's really warm.
Like my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says as she tests the
I
computer.
did. Yeah, I was reaching over like.
So I kind of like, are you wearing armor or clothing?
I'm wearing clothing. Like, probably. I imagine like I'm wearing my flight suit because I'm comfortable in it, and it is like armored, but not. It's like padded armor, so it could take like a blow, but not like stop a bullet.
Yeah. So I think as you're like, you've got your arm or your hand going along my back, I kind of turn towards you, and I kind of like have my hands around your waist and like try to pull you in a little bit. I'm like, can you tell your men to give us a few minutes?
I don't know if that's how stealing time works. I mean, she can draw. She can draw the curtain right now, and that's what happens.
What I was gonna do. I was gonna say you may, and let's draw a curtain on what follows.
Cool.
Nice.
I have some extra time, by the way.
Okay, cool. So then let's go ahead and do another break. We'll try to wrap up this messy romance slash brawl within the next hour, hopefully. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.